Hey there, I'm John,
And I'm Josh.
and we are once again in two different places, and we're going to be talking about this upcoming Week 7 of the NCAA 2019 football season. Before we jump into the what's coming up and our predictions and thoughts about these games, I first wanted to sort of bring up it's sort of the big topic right now. It's almost midway through the season, and
Right.
there's a lot of controversy right now on who should be considered the number one team.
Hmm.
Is it Alabama? Is it Clemson? Is it Ohio State? I don't think they're necessarily putting Oklahoma in that category, even though they're.
I think they're putting
Yeah, go
I think
ahead.
they're putting Georgia in it though. I
Yeah,
think Georgia is
yeah,
a part of that
sure. Georgia,
conversation.
and Georgia should be in that. And so the question is, which one is merit? And honestly, Josh, you may have another opinion, but my thought is it's just too early to say. We there's too many important games coming up right now. I don't think we need to nitpick on who's number one because every one of those teams still has something to prove at this point.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. As far as my opinion on it goes, I feel like so far this season, Alabama, Clemson, and Georgia have all shown weaknesses. And the only team in the top that I haven't seen weaknesses is from Ohio State. That being said, I don't think that he's necessarily faced like top tier opponents just yet. So I don't want to like make any assumptions. I just, Alabama's defense is struggling. Clemson's offense is abysmal. Georgia, it was a close game versus Notre Dame, a little closer than it should have been for a top tier team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're
So
right.
Notre Dame is doing really well too, though. So
Yeah, I agree with that. So I think you're right. It's kind of just a toss in the air right now, and I'm very certain as like the last half of the season comes in here, some of these teams are going to slip up, and we're going to start seeing who the real top four teams are.
I agree. I agree. It should be interesting at this point. So let's start by saying let's talk about some of the more challenging, some of the ranked games this week. That there are actually some really. It's going to be very interesting to see how some of these turn
Oh,
out.
absolutely.
Yeah, but let's start with the Red River rivalry, um, and
Red River Rising. Yeah.
we got Oklahoma heading in they're ranked number 6 right now to
Yes.
face number 11 Texas. And before I hear your thoughts on this, Josh, they were asking Hertz, Jalen, are you nervous about this upcoming game? And basically, Hertz's answer was, I've faced big games before. I think I'll deal with it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, the guy's been through, he's been in the Iron Bowl. He's been in SEC championship. He's been in the national championship. Why would he
He's
be
won the
nervous about
national
this game?
championship.
He's won
Yeah.
a national
And
championship. Why would he be nervous about this game?
yeah, I pretty dumb question. He's a senior. He knows what he's doing. I think Oklahoma comes in, and I think they win. I think they beat Texas. Honestly, I would be fairly surprised if Texas even.
Made it
It
close.
could be worse in my mind than the LSU versus Texas game.
Mm, yeah.
Because offensively, Oklahoma's got it together. Jalen Hurts knows what he's doing. Uh,
And
Texas,
defensively they're not horrible. I mean,
yeah,
not
they're
not
doing
like
better
they
this year than
they're
past years for sure.
yeah they're decent right now defensively. So yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't think Oklahoma's going to struggle with Texas. Yeah, it should be interesting to
I
see
will
what
say
happens.
this is Oklahoma's chance to prove so far in the season that they deserve to be in the top four.
Got it. Yeah.
So, we'll see what they do.
We will. The next one is game day this week. So Florida gets to be in game day 2 weeks in a row. How do they, how did they manage that one? But but this time it's not going to be at home. Florida, number 7, Florida is going to be heading to LSU, who's number 5.
All right. I want to be careful with what I say about this one because last week I said that Florida didn't stand a chance against Auburn. Or like I felt like Auburn was going to win handily in that game, and like they didn't. They lost. Florida seemed to manhandle them, and their quarterback, Bo Nix, that freshman, defensively, Florida seemed to have it all together.
They do some good
Can you
defense.
stop LSU though offensively?
Ooh. I'm not
I
sure
don't
about
know.
I'm not sure about Florida's secondary. Um,
Burrows is a very talented quarterback.
Yeah, and I think the key, yes, I think the key to this game really does come down to how Florida does defensively. If they're able to really pressure Burrows, it could be a game changer. But I expect LSU to win this.
I also expect LSU to win this game. I think maybe it'll come down, like it'll be close in the first half, and maybe they start pulling away in the second. But who knows? Maybe Florida will surprise me. They had their second string and third string quarterback in throughout that game. Both were able to pretty much do what they needed to do to get the win. So
that's right. Okay, then the last. Well, no, it's not the last ranked game. We actually have even more than 3 this week. But the next ranked game is Alabama. They're ranking them as number 1 right now, and they're going to be at number 24, Texas A&M. Now, once again, I don't expect Alabama to struggle too much in this one. I just feel like Kellen Mond is not really performing like they were expecting him to or hoping that he would. And so, even though Alabama does, obviously, as you mentioned, have some challenges defensively because of so many injuries, I still expect that they will be able to take care of this one.
I think this is a pity rank for Texas A&M. I think like college football, I know, it's all computerized and stuff. I'm convinced for top teams, they try to get them with ranked matchups. So they give Texas A&M like a 24th ranked, so they go to Alabama and they're ranked. Alabama's going to completely manhandle Texas A&M. It's going to be a blowout from the beginning. Offensively, Texas A&M is going to have no answers to Alabama. And Kellen Mond, he struggled so much this season against good teams.
So do you think somebody should be ranked higher than Texas A&M that's not?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Any suggestions or just that's your thought?
I think you just move. I think the SEC bias at the beginning of the season was so strong. And I get it. Florida, LSU, Georgia, Alabama, they're all so good. They don't, it's such a gap right now. They're so good. And then the rest, like Texas A&M, you're trying to keep them up in the same conversation. It's just not working in my mind.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have Hawaii is going to go to the blue field of Boise. Boise's currently ranked number 14. Right. And so what are we looking for in this one?
This is a super high-powered Hawaii offense. Their only loss is to Washington. Yeah, earlier in the season.
They got creamed by Washington.
Yeah, it was a blowout. Yeah. I think this comes down to turnovers. Hawaii's quarterback has already thrown 9 interceptions this season. I think if Boise can win the turnover battle and just play a safe game, keep the running game going for sure at the beginning, and just being able to use Hank and keep protection around him, I think they get the win.
Definitely want to protect Hank, huh?
Yeah. They finally started picking up last game. He was sacked like one time the entire game, hit like once or twice. Maybe offensive line's figuring out their problems.
Yeah, hope so. Okay, and then you have, this one I don't feel like it's even worth mentioning, but we are. South Carolina is going to be going to number 3, Georgia.
Right.
I think South Carolina doesn't need to go to number 3, Georgia. This is
save themselves a trip. Stay at home. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be ugly. So then we have Michigan State. They're going to be going to number 8, Wisconsin. Does Michigan State stand a chance here?
I think this game is important for Wisconsin just because Michigan State just played Ohio State last week.
Yes.
This is the only comparison that we really like. This is such an easy comparison to make. Can Wisconsin do what Ohio State did to Michigan State?
Yeah. Or worse?
Or worse, yeah. And so I think also this is like probably one of the best defenses that Jamar Taylor has faced so far this season. Can he keep up this 150-plus performance run game like pretty much every game? Can he do that against Michigan State? I don't know. Let's find out. Wisconsin wins.
Yeah, can Wisconsin keep Michigan State from scoring at all?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And their defense has done that. The only team that scored on them, I'm pretty sure, this season is Michigan.
Yes.
So
yeah,
that's scary.
Okay, it is. Then you have USC. They're going to be at number 9, Notre Dame. They're in South Bend. Again, it's sort of the same question. Does USC have any chance against Notre Dame?
I almost wanted to call this an upset. I almost did. I feel like USC has the talent. You know they're getting 4-star, 5-star recruits in there. And now what? They can pay their players. No, I'm just kidding. Not yet, but soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I think this is a trap game for Notre Dame. I do think they win. I do think they win the game, but watch out for USC.
Yeah. Okay. Then we do have one more ranked game before we head to this week's upset picks. We have number 10, Penn State. They're going to be going to play number 17, Iowa.
I think this is another, what could happen here? Iowa gave Michigan a fight in that extremely low-scoring 10-3 game.
Yes.
I think if they don't figure something out offensively, they don't stand a chance against Penn State. But if they do, if they can score some more points, I feel like their defense can keep them in the game.
All right. So what are you saying?
Penn State wins.
Okay. All right. So you don't think they're going to keep them in the game then?
I don't. No.
All right. Okay. Well, let's talk about your upset picks for the week and what you got on the board for us.
All right. Texas Tech previously last week upset Oklahoma State, and I think they come back and upset Baylor at home. Number 22 ranked Baylor. They're undefeated so far this year, and they played absolutely jack shizzle.
Nobody.
They played nothing. I don't know how they're ranked. It's probably just because they're a Power 5 team. They're like, oh, undefeated. Put them up there. Absolutely nobody. Baylor loses. Their true colors are shown. Go Raiders.
Okay. Red Raiders going to be in there. So next one.
All right, next game. I might get a couple disagreements on this one, and honestly, I'm not too confident about it myself. I think Florida State goes to Clemson and upsets number 2 Clemson. And my reasoning behind this is Clemson just has not looked that great so far this year. They really haven't.
That's
and
true.
Trevor Lawrence is struggling. He really is struggling so bad as a quarterback with an apps. He's probably, as far as quarterbacks going, not even in the top 25 of the best quarterbacks in this year's class right now as far as he looks. Don't know what's up. Don't know what happened during the offseason. Florida State has the talent, and Clemson just doesn't seem to be there right now. Especially, I know they had a bye week. So does Florida State. Super curious to see who comes out, who plays strong. And I'm going to be so sad when what actually happens is Florida State takes the lead by 28 at half and then loses in the second.
We've never seen that happen before, have we?
No, we see that, way too many times this season. That being said, Florida State, I think they've won maybe 2 in a row. I don't remember. They've won every game since losing to Virginia. Only 2 losses, 1 to Boise, 1 to Virginia. Both teams ranked. Watch out for Florida State. I'm telling you, if they can figure stuff out, they got the talent. They do. Come on, Taggart.
If they play two halves of a ball game, that would be helpful. All right, hey, that's what we're looking at for week 7. So we will be talking about what happened in just a few days.